Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I'm here with Neil,
Hiya.
aka Road and Race. We're in his dream car garage, if you haven't already figured. Yeah, we're going to be working on his BMW E61 today. You're having a few issues with your AC, aren't you?
aircon doesn't work. Yeah, it's very annoying, very hot, especially in the summer.
So hopefully we're going to be swapping out the AC condenser and the AC compressor as well, which shouldn't be that difficult. I'm sure we'll get it
Well, not
done.
with your help, George, honestly.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll get it done anyway. But yeah, by the way, if you haven't already done so, make sure you check out Neil's channel, Road and Race. There will be a link down in the description box below.
Yes,
But,
there's loads of videos on the 5 Series. I've also got a Porsche Boxster, Honda S2000, 350Z, lots of videos about me repairing the cars there if you want to check that out.
Yeah, but enough waffling. Let's get cracking.
Yeah, let's do it. The first challenge is getting the bonnet open because it's kind of stuck, isn't
It's
it?
stuck, yeah.
This is a good start, isn't it? Ooh, all right. Did it make a crunchy noise? No, is it all right?
It's just, no, it's probably just that leaf.
Well, you've earned your money today, George. There you go.
That, you see that spring?
Yeah.
Give that a good clean out and then clean it with some WD-40. It was just that stuck like that, basically.
So, as previously mentioned, my air conditioning doesn't work. It used to work for a time and then kind of stopped working for like a week and then just
probably like a slow leak.
slow leak.
Yeah.
So I had a mobile aircon guy come and visit me and he drained the system, put a new gas in it. I'm not sure what gas it was.
Probably nitrogen, I'd
Reckon?
imagine. Yeah, generally what they do, top it up with nitrogen, see if it holds pressure and then...
So he must have had a nitrogen detector because he put it all around the car.
Yeah.
And he found there was a leak from the condenser
Right,
at the front here, which is probably quite common, isn't it?
Yeah.
It takes the brunt of all the...
Stone chips
Yeah,
and
yeah.
generally what happens.
So I thought, so anyway, he drained the system out, so it's completely empty now. And I thought, well, whilst we're in there, we might as well replace the compressor as well.
Yeah, it'd be the original, won't it?
Yeah,
probably.
It's been in there for 140,000 miles.
Yeah.
Plus he said that if you're running the compressor without any gas in the system, it can break the compressor.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is.
Run dry, essentially,
dry,
can do. Yeah.
So that's what we're doing today. That's our next job.
Should be fun, yeah. Can't wait.
So removing the condenser should be fairly straightforward, he says. Just going to remove this panel here. There's a pipe that connects the condenser up. Remove that, pull it out. Easy peasy.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, so I have the Haynes manual. What do you do for working on cars? Do you have a Haynes manual?
Stuck in.
Just guess. Do you not follow a manual or anything?
No. Manuals, what are they?
What? Oh, I'm all about the manual. I'm lost about a manual.
No. Honestly, the best way that I learn is just trial and error. The only time I've used a manual is when I did my first engine rebuild. And that was just to know torque specs and things like that. It wasn't like to go through the step by step, you know, how to remove this and...
I'd love to do an engine rebuild.
Yeah, well, exactly that. That's why I've done one. I said I've always wanted to do one. So I just bought a car that needed one and just done it, I suppose.
So the hardest part of this job is actually getting this kind of hard pipe removed. The trick is to put a punch in this hole and hit it with a hammer so that you can kind of lift this thing away. Once you know how to do that, it comes off really easy. Do you self-taught?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just hobby?
Yeah, I mean, my dad is a mechanical engineer, so I guess I've picked up some bits from him, but when it comes to working on cars, it's just, like I said, just getting stuck in and...
Did he encourage you to work on cars?
No, not really. It's not like he said, oh, here's a car, it's got a problem, fix it. He just sort of, I don't know, he's always done everything himself, so I guess I've just picked that up from him.
I always thought working on cars would be really difficult, but I watched every episode of Wheeler Dealers.
Yeah.
And it kind of demystified it for me.
It's all just nuts and bolts.
It is pretty much just nuts and bolts. Usually rusted nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
But
that's when it's a bit more of a nightmare.
yeah. But
do you worry much about breaking parts when working on cars?
well, I don't want to break parts. I mean, what do you mean? I mean,
No, I'm just.
okay.
I'm not saying I'm planning on breaking parts in the car. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to working on cars, do you sort of?
Am I precious about it?
Yeah.
I don't think you can be.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't have a go if you're worried about that.
Yeah, I suppose.
And then you learn, because next time you don't mess it up.
Now to attempt to take the compressor out, it's held in by 3 bolts. It's got a hard pipe going into it for the aircon air, and there's an electrical connector. So it's buried deep in there. How are we going to get it out?
It's going to be fun. Well, get the car up in the air.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a good start, and take the under tray off.
Yep.
And I think we're probably going to have to try and move the intercooler hose out of the way.
Yep.
And then hopefully that'll give us enough wiggle room to
Get it all out. Here's the new compressor. So you've got to change out all the O-rings. So there's an O-ring up here, O-ring down here on the other side, 2 O-rings to change out here. Got a little tool to put the stretch belt back on, so you can stretch it over the stuff once it's all installed. That's everything we need to do, isn't it? Oh, we need to fill this with some Padge oil, don't we? Air conditioning oil, don't we? Here we go.
Yeah, which is this stuff.
There we go. How does that go? Do we just tip it in here? Is that how we do it?
I think, I mean, I'm sure there is an exact measurement how much to add, but I would just add a few drops, basically, just so it's not running dry. To be honest, there may actually be some already in there. So
okay, we'll have a check.
Yeah, see what happens when we open it up.
Here is the new compressor fitted in place. You really do have to take the anti-roll bar off, and there's no way you're getting that in without it. So there is an electrical connector to put in up there, and then we have to connect up that pipe and then the ones at the top.
Yeah, so one thing to bear in mind when you are doing this job, access is not great. It's very tight up in there, so just give yourself as much room as possible. Get the anti-roll bar out of the way, and yeah, just save yourself a headache. You will have to probably hold it in a position where you get bolts in as well. But once you have bolts in, you can take a little rest and then just get the pipes plugged in, and away you go.
The compressor fitted, we now need to get the belt on it. There's no pulley for it, so it's a stretch belt. So you can see a silver little tool we've inserted there. We just need to now rotate the engine. That should allow the belt to slip on.
Bolt at the top.
We've pushed the charge pipe back on now, and we're just going to bolt the AR anti-roll bar back on now. We're nearly there. We've just got to get this new condenser in this hole and connect up these pipes. So, there we are. The car's all back together. I'm quite pleased. What we're going to do, just turn the car on, just to check things all right and it doesn't explode. I'm going to turn the air conditioning off though, because I don't want to run it with no gas in it. There you go.
Bang.
Huh?
Bang.
Bang!
Well then guys, there we go. Job done. Hopefully a successful one.
Well, sure, it'll be successful. Surely.
Obviously we have to wait till the, you've had the aircon regas, but yeah, compressor replace, condenser replace, all went relatively smoothly.
Yeah, bit tight in certain areas. But
yeah, honestly, if you are doing this job yourself, like you have a similar BMW or whatever, then give yourself as much room as possible. On this 3 litre M57 engine, very tight under there. Get the anti-roll bar out of the way and yeah, just give yourself as much space as possible. After that, it's pretty much, plugging a few pipes in, electrical connector, a few bolts here and there, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, been a successful day. Once again, thanks for having me down.
No,
here.
Thanks for coming down and helping me out as much.
I'm sure we'll do something again in the near future.
Yeah. When I'm stuck with something and I need another pair of hands.
I mean, these cars need constant maintenance, so you'll never, run out of things to do. But yeah, once again, thanks for having me down. Of course, make sure you check out Neil's channel, Road and Race. Link in the description box below. Until next time, guys. Give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you all in that next one.
Take care. Look good to you. I look tiny. Should I get a box? I've got a Tom Cruise syndrome.
I'll just nail it.
Thank you. I'll dig a hole in the floor for you. This can go on the outtakes at the end.